third module where we have discussed about, in your second module we discussed about tagging concepts and all. So in your third module we moved into the scenarios where the different data life cycles, what are the like 7 stage and 5 stage, all those concepts we discussed, and how simulation helps and what is the advantages of using simulation. And the next part of the third module is about the reusability. It is any IoT product, whatever you manufacture now, there is something called as in the life cycle. In the previous class, whatever we discussed, every product has a life cycle, and at the end, it reaches the ultimate stage. Okay, so after which it gets discarded. So how to avoid that because of this increase in technological advancement, like technological advancement nowadays? What is happening is your technologies are getting updated every now and then. So let me just start sharing. So now what is happening is, so nowadays what is happening is, your like every mobile, suppose you are buying, every 2 3 years the technologies are advancing. So the camera, camera features are advancing, your OS gets upgraded. So there are various features starting from your the accelerometer or the gyroscope in the mobiles, so that gave you like more flexibility. That way different features are coming in regularly. So that way you need to discard your we think of discarding our previous phone or mobile and get into the new technology. So that way what we end up doing is we generate more number of e-wastes. Okay, those are nothing but your e-waste, because those are electronics item which you keep discarding. And I hope till now everybody might have at least switched 2 3 phones, because every 2 3 years we get try to get hold of a new technology or a new phone. So suppose for laptops, say max 5 years you will just stay there in using a particular laptop, then you can also switch your laptops. So that's what happens for everyone. So that way we get new product, but the problem is we generate e-waste in the process. So the laptops or the mobiles which we discard are nothing but e-wastes. Okay, so how to uh, reuse those products? So there are we'll be studying about 3 R's today. That is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this is anyway, if we are rejecting the product, the e-waste that gets generated is ultimately affecting your environment. Okay, because your environment anyway, you might have seen those like in recent Discovery serials, or what you say, some short movies kind of thing, where you might have seen the impact of environmental changes, like how it had changed, how the polar bears are the numbers are reducing, how the icebergs are melting, how the temperature of every place. You might be remembering during your childhood the temperature would have been something else. By now you would have realized that the temperatures are continuously increasing. So your summers are becoming hotter nowadays. So it is becoming uh, that might be because of your trees cutting, like your industrialization. There are so many factors to that. And apart from that, there are these e-wastes that contribute to a major amount to this environmental, all these calamities that are happening now. The increase in all these things, like the temperature increase, the duration of day and all, everything is getting affected because of the environmental changes. And that is only because we of the life cycle of the lifestyle of the people. And we have started eating junk foods more, and we have started cutting our trees, building creating more buildings, more industries, the pollutions are increasing, the e-wastes are increasing. So the all these things ultimately affect the the health condition of the society. So we need to study about these three concepts called as reduce, reuse and recycle. These are called as 3 R's. Okay. So these are the environmental approaches for any IoT product. So remember, if you are going for manufacturing anything, okay, you can you need to think of the environment as well, and you can anyway see Patanjali now. Why people are using Patanjali now? Earlier it was like people were not looking at Patanjali products with that much like respect, but now everybody is into that like madness. Everybody wants natural products, everybody wants organic ones. For Holi also, you think now this is a marketing strategy. People are wanting organic colors. So now you will be celebrating Holi, you'll see everywhere in the market you will be having organic or herbal Holi. Okay, so they manufacture and market the products that way because that ultimately benefits the environment. It is not that harmful for the environment, and that way people are also like looking towards that because they have realized that their works till now have so people have started looking into this. In Delhi also, those pollution control, that numbering system for like even number cars, odd number cars, that way. So that people are actually now realizing the impact of like importance of environment, and they are trying to change their like lifestyles, everything. They are like you might have like in your VIT also, I guess there are dustbins with biodegradable dustbins and non-biodegradable ones. So that way, if you separate again, those the biodegradable ones can be like go get into your compost or manure, and the others can be whichever can be reused. Those can be reused or recycled. So these are the concepts, like little tiny things, tiny steps that you need to take so that ultimately your environment is benefited. So for any IoT product you manufacture, you need to think that you have to focus on the environment also. You cannot for freeze our this freeze which we use at our homes. So the carbon footprints of those freezes are like freezes very high. So the emission of the that methane gas or something, so that is quite high, so it ultimately affects your ozone layer. Okay, so and it is depleting the ozone layer, and ultimately all those greenhouse effects, everything is getting affected because of this. So what nowadays all those things are being taken care of by the researchers or the manufacturers. They are trying to reduce the harmful effect on the environment by modifying their technologies, and they are now the top priority now is, instead of buying new products, what you can do is you can use reduce, reuse and recycle. So how these concepts come in? So suppose you were using some mobile phone which had some 3 cameras or 4 cameras and particular like Snapdragon or some OS or something. Then the RAM was say was 6 GB or 8 GB, and memory was like suppose 110 or 28, that kind of some mobiles you are using. Okay, then what happens? Some new mobile comes into the market and it has everything same. The only thing is it had some, suppose some particular gyroscopic sensor or something which was giving it a like edge over the other phone. So in that case, the best thing is what generally people do is they discard the old phone, they get a new one. So that way you are anyway increasing the e-waste. So the best solution nowadays is you try to, what you do you know that you try to find out what is the difference between your existing phone and the new phone, and what new thing, new feature is existing in the new phone. So try to buy that particular thing and incorporate it into your phone. So that way you will be like, suppose there is some special, suppose gyroscopic sensor is advanced there. So what you do is just go to the market or online or whatever, so just buy that particular sensor and try to integrate into your phone. Okay, so you can pay marginal amount for that and it can be integrated into your phone. So ultimately your phone will be like behaving as the newer technology. So that way you can avoid the e-waste that gets generated, and you can like, this is, you are reducing the e-waste and you are reusing the existing like components whatever you have. And the ultimately like it can be recycled if needed. Okay, so these are the concepts. So the waste hierarchy of small things. So what is this waste hierarchy? So as I told, there are three things you need to focus. First is reduce. Okay, when the designing the prototype of new projects, you should lower the number of new items to buy. So you should reduce the number of new items. Rather, like something like suppose you are designing, you are doing something in your IoT project. So if like 3-4 of you are members of the project and you plan to do something, so what will happen is you need not go buying all the components of your project. So suppose one of you already has a Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, that kind of a thing. So what you do is you don't go to buy a new Raspberry Pi. Rather, somebody has a Raspberry Pi, just get it and integrate into your project. So that is called as reducing the buying of new products. So try to like what you say in like Hindi you call jugaad. Okay, that jugaad concept has to come in. So need not go on buying same thing for like repeatedly. Rather, try to adjust somewhere. Like if it is available, try to adjust those things. So this is not like this is not something which should be looked down upon. Rather, this is something which should be looked upon, because indirectly you are helping the environment recover all those damages which has already been done. So the first thing is you reduce the number of like products you buy, because that way you will ultimately help your environment. So reducing the energy our devices consume can also be achieved. Okay, so suppose you have one device and it consumes suppose this much amount of energy, so that also can be reduced by reducing suppose the clock frequency of the device or the processor, and the sampling rate of the processor. If you reduce that way, the energy consumption also can be reduced. Okay, nowadays whenever you buy some AC or washing machine or fridge, you go for that star rating. Okay, so suppose it is 5 star, 3 star. Obviously we buy that thinking that our electricity bill will be less, but still it is indirectly affecting your environment also. So that way you need to reduce your energy consumption of the existing devices and reduce buying new products. Is it clear? Yeah, was it clear whatever I told?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next
Yes,
thing is,
yes, ma'am.
okay, the next thing is reuse. Okay, reuse means, so as I told you one example, suppose you have some phone and there is one of your friend or somebody who had some other phone. Suppose somebody had one plus 60 or 70 that way, and then he upgraded to iPhone or something. So what you do is uh, you don't, if you are using some other suppose a smaller range phones or my phones or something, so what you do is you need not go to buy one plus 60 or 70 that way. What you can do is you can, if your friend is not using that, so you can ask for that. Okay, this is like it should be, these kind of attitudes should be respected, because that phone is not getting used. Rather, it is then increasing the e-waste in the society. So instead of like throwing that phone to like just keeping it somewhere or throwing it in the dustbin, you can give it to somebody who is trying to like upgrade to a newer phone or something, and that is in good condition, and that person might have switched only because he wanted an iPhone. So these are the concepts that you need to start reusing the things. Okay, so that things happen in the homes, right? If you have siblings, so suppose there is a elder brother, the books or the like games or video games whatever they have, that gets used. Suppose the cycles or the bikes get used by the like younger siblings, so that is nothing but reuse, because it is unnecessarily. If you buy, get on like go on buying products for every product, everyone, the like environment will be ultimately affected. Okay, you might have money, everything might be there, but indirectly you are affecting the environment, so that should be taken care of. Next is recycle. So we are most what happens in this recycling is, as I gave you that example, so you need to sort your products properly, that something can be recyclable, some like you can recycle that, something cannot be recycled. So that way if you do, then accordingly you can plan how to recycle and give to people who can recycle all those things. So those things also need to be taken. You might have all of, like, I don't know, during that 90s time, like you people might not have taken bath by that. So during that 90s time, what was happening is there was something called as a floppy disk. Okay, before this, nowadays we are using this USB drives and all that, your pen drives and all. So before that there was CDs. I think CDs you might have used. So before CD there was something called as a floppy disk. Okay, so some older like desktops, if you see, you'll see the that see, instead of CD drive there was that place for inserting the floppy. So I don't know. Now I have not seen a single floppy anywhere. But like when I was a kid, I don't know. I also don't remember. Like in my schools or all, that time also the CDs have really come in. Were coming in. So floppies are now obsolete. So that's what is happening. So if you are recycling something, that should be like something. If some new concepts come, like now you think, I don't know. Let me give you one example. Suppose. Uh, the smart bands. Okay, smart bands are gradually becoming, smart watches and smart bands are gradually becoming like a household entity now. So like every 2 3 maybe not now, within 2 3 years I assume that all of you might be using your smart bands or something. Like, yeah, the Nike has the, I think, smart shoes also, so that will tell you the, like, how many steps, all those things will, everything is getting smarter nowadays. So that way you are not trying to, that way what you do is you need not throw your old shoe, rather just insert a single chip in your phone, shoes or some your dresses, and try to make it smart. So that is, you are reusing the component, and whatever like components you are discarding, that should be recycled. Recycle means you can just modify some features and again sell it back, or again start using that. So these are like general concepts which you know, and you need to keep in mind that for any IoT product you manufacture, you need to think of all these three components. Okay, so let me give you one example. So this I have already given the URL in the first slide. So what happens here is, hmm, let me show you that. I didn't copy the figure. Okay. You can see this figure. So what is happening here is, you can use a old Nokia phone. Okay, this was the Nokia phone. I don't remember. So like people were initially using this kind of a Nokia phone, which was very robust. I've seen like people throwing it from the 7th to 8th floor of the like building and still get it, like simply join it up and it works. Okay, it was actually a miracle that time that such like robust phones existed, but they actually existed. So now I don't remember the numbers, but like some of my friends were using that during that time. So this is the very robust phone, which like very some of your families might also have this older phones. So what happens is you can use this as a display. So where I'll tell you, you can use this concept. So let me give you one example of a beehive. Okay. So suppose you are a beekeeper. That means you have a farm or business where you have lots of bees. You are doing bee farming. So in each of your trees there are so many beehives, and the honey gets generated inside that. So your job is to measure the weight of the honey in each beehive, and then accordingly, if like you decide a threshold, like if it is 5 kilos or 10 kilos, then you start you can extract that honey from that beehive. So your task is to identify which of the beehives have like good quantity of honey, so that you can start extracting honey from that. So that is your concept. So what yeah, as you know, bees, like getting inside the beehive is really tough. So you need not go manually. If you want to know the measurement, you have to go manually and check. So that way it becomes difficult. So what you can do is, instead of going manually, you can put a sensor, like where measuring a sensor in each tree, or some like in each tree. What will happen is, the sensor, suppose you just attach a circuit there which will be having a sensor which will measure, the can calculate the weight of that particular beehive, and accordingly if it is above a threshold, that's what gives them like glowing or LED glowing or something, so that you can know in these particular trees the honey in the beehive is complete. like the beehives are full, so I need to take honey from this. So that is one simple concept which is being done by your for your beekeepers using your IoT. So you can anyway go through these slides as I said. So here what has happened is, okay, so the GSM, the Nokia phone, whatever display you will be using is that display. You will be using various hardware parts. So you will be using 4 load sensors, okay, a power cell, a Adreno Pro Uno, and old Nokia phone as a GSM module and a Nokia display. So these are the like hardwares you need for measuring the weight of the bee honey in the beehive and accordingly taking a decision. So what will happen is the 4 load sensors that you connect will you need not also go buying those food sensors. You can get it from your bathroom scales, okay. So so or any of your friend, if they have those load sensors, you can just ask them, okay. Some of your friends might have like bought some load sensor sometime, but they might not be using it regularly. So just ask it for them, ask that for from your friends. So what you need to do is, suppose you connect a display, that LED display, suppose that 3310 phone, that smaller phone which I showed, just connect that display. And so which will display, what will that display show? It should show the weight of that particular beehive, okay. So suppose it should not keep displaying the bee like weights every time. Rather, suppose you are at the inside, there is a farm where all different trees are there with beehives, and you have connected this load sensors and your phone Nokia display. So if you are sitting outside at your home and you send a message that send me the weight of bee honey in the beehive, suppose tree number 1, so that particular output should be displayed to you. So that way this communication between you to the like Nokia phone there can be done by the like communication principle which the Nokia does, okay. You need not get inside that. It's simply you send a message. So your Nokia phone on the other hand have to send you back with the load, okay. The question, the weight of the hive via SMS to an old Nokia phone, which this can be used as a GSM module that you can use, which will give you the message back that this is the current weight. So depending on that, you can then take a decision that whether you should go to take out the like beehive and extract the honey or not. So depending on the current weight, you take a decision. So this is like all these details, whatever is followed, I have just kept it here in the slides. You can go through. And just remember one thing, any IoT product you launch in the market, you need to consider various components. Okay, you cannot simply go for entirely reusing or recycling your entire IoT product. Rather, there are different parts of the IoT component. Either it can be a sensor or actuator or a software. So these are the 3 components: sensor, actuator and software. So you can go for modifying these 3 main types of components. So sensor, if you want, you can recycle the component like sensor, or reuse, or like reduce, like instead of getting a new sensor, just reduce the buying by getting it from one of your friend. So similarly with the actuator also you can do, and the software. Okay, software also you need not go for the like modifying, getting a new software all over again. Like suppose some new add-ons are there, just add on to the existing software and try to upgrade it. So that way these 3 components can be considered. So these are the reusability plan, like to develop the IoT system from scratch. Why we go for reusability? Because if you are developing something from scratch, there are so many obstacles you'll face. You need to have money, you need to search that where it is available at like lesser price. So every like all those operations need to be done. But you have, if you have an existing something like existing product already, so that way all this trauma you do for uh, starting from scratch will be avoided. Was that clear, whatever we discussed? Yeah, was that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll just stop sharing here. So this completes your third module. So in the next class, I'll start your fourth module. Okay. So I'll just give a poll quickly. All of you can answer and we'll leave them. I just stop recording.